Hey everybody, I am back with another chat video for you today. I currently have both Coco and Chanel in my lap, so we'll see how this goes. They have gotten so big that it's difficult for me to hold both of them at once in this particular chair. So anywho, we'll see how this video goes. How have you guys been doing this week? I have had some ups and downs this week. Some parts of the time I've been so happy. Just the smallest things can make you happy sometimes. So I've had a few of those this week, which has been great. I've had some frustrations as well. I do believe one of those particular things is going to work out well, so I'm going to be filming a separate video hopefully next week or the week after. It depends on the item. So what with the frustrations, these are, kind of minor things that usually tend to work themselves out, but at the time they can cause great frustration. So I had ordered a couple of fashion items. One item I'm going to film a separate video on it today, and the other item was a dress that I had ordered that I was wanting to wear this coming Sunday, or today as you're watching this. We have a patriotic service at our church this Sunday, and I was wanting to wear this dress. Well, it was missized. I was frustrated. I do believe it's going to work out where I can end up getting a different size. But anyway, that's going to be a whole other video. So I should have two different videos about each one of those fashion items coming up in the next couple of weeks or so. But neither one of them fit me. So I thought it would be kind of interesting to show different things that I ordered instead of doing just like showing both of them in a haul. I felt like they should have their own videos, and if you watch those videos, I think you'll understand. So, let's see what else happened. Oh, another frustration. If you watched my Anthropologie haul, I got this shirt right here, and I really like this shirt. It's very comfortable. I think a gray shirt goes with almost anything, and I just really like it. I wore this shirt yesterday, and I decided to eat a barbecue sandwich around lunchtime. And I went to get it, and I had this premonition that I was going to spill barbecue sauce on myself. And the reason that premonition, I think, started was because when I put the shirt on yesterday morning, I just went to wash my hands. I got the whole shirt splattered with water. I'm like, I don't usually do that. What happened? Then I brushed my teeth, and I got toothpaste on the shirt, and I wiped that off. The water thankfully dried. And so then I was like, I'm going to spill this barbecue sauce on my shirt. This is just the way the day's going. So I was very careful putting the barbecue sauce on the sandwich. Then it was in these little containers, and I put the lid back on. And when I put the lid back on the container, I was just hit with splotches of barbecue sauce on the shirt. Needless to say, I wasn't happy. Well, I washed it yesterday out by hand, let it dry overnight, and I am extremely happy to say I can't see any of the barbecue sauce, so I am happy about that. I'm like, it's my brand new shirt that I just got. Oh, anyway, so that happened this week. There was something that happened last week that I had addressed this week. I don't think I told you guys about it. I told my friend Barbara, I texted her and I was like, you gotta pray for me, my feet are hurting, I've done something else to them. And so last Monday of last week, or maybe I should say the week before, since this video goes live on Sunday, it wasn't this past week, my feet were feeling so much better after the last shot I got. I was feeling great, I got overconfident, and I took the puppies for a much longer walk than we normally do. We had been doing about 2 miles a day, and they had so much energy. When I bring them home from the park, they will play and play and play, and they just have so much energy. And I'm thinking, I was feeling great last Monday. They had so much energy, so I decided to go 4 miles. And I know that's a lot for a dachshund, but they were just fine. I was going to stop anytime that they looked overly tired. I do take water with us. I'm very careful with them. These are my babies, but they just wanted to keep going and going and going. Chanel never wants to come home from the park. So later that day, or by Tuesday, that was on a Monday, my leg started feeling a little bit odd, my left leg, and I went, I might have overdone it. By Wednesday and Thursday, I was like, something is wrong. And I'm thinking, well, it'll just get better. It'll just get better. I'll just take some ibuprofen. It'll get better. Monday, it had gotten worse. And I was like, oh, what am I going to do? And when I had gone to the podiatrist to get the last shot for my plantar fasciitis, they told me, because I overheard them and asked them a question, that they were on the phone with somebody, and she's like, she is booked up to August. And I said, this was back in earlier June when I went, or either late May. And I said, she's booked up to August. And like, yes. So I knew I could not get in to see my podiatrist for this issue. And the foot problem, it was not in the same spot that the plantar fasciitis hurts in. It was a completely different area of the foot. And I genuinely thought I had broken my left foot. It hurt so bad. The pain was either equal to or worse than the plantar fasciitis. And so I went to what I thought was a minute clinic. I don't really pay attention if they say urgent care or just a little walk-in clinic. I knew that I could go there and get in fairly quickly. I called them first to see if they had an x-ray, and they're like, yes, we have an x-ray, come on. And so I did that, and I spoke with the doctor. It was a very lovely doctor. And she and I were talking, and she was like, I don't think it's broken, but we're going to go ahead and x-ray. Luckily, it was not broken, but she said, you've got a bad sprain in your foot. Should stay off of it as much as possible. So she gave me a couple prescriptions. So that was like late Tuesday when I ended up going. I started taking the prescriptions because of when I was able to pick them up, like Thursday morning. And by Thursday evening, I was doing so much better. By Friday morning, I would say I was like 80-90% better. My foot is feeling great today. There's still a little bit of residual discomfort, but overall not bad. I'm like, those prescriptions are working well, but I did specifically tell her I'm against taking, unless it's just absolutely necessary, like heavier doses of painkillers. It seems like so many people get addicted to that. I just don't ever want to take the chance. Plus, when I had a root canal, they gave me hydrocodone, and it made me so sick. And then I also had Percocet when I had another surgery, and I threw up nonstop all day long. I couldn't control it. And I told her, I said, I don't want any of that. Can we do something with an anti-inflammatory? So that's what she did. She gave me one was a steroid with anti-inflammatory, then another one was a little bit of a stronger, I guess, ibuprofen with its non-steroid but anti-inflammatory. So both of those working out well. So I'm happy to say I'm feeling so much better after the sprain. And sprains can take a long time to heal, but it wasn't like my ankle. It was on the left side of my foot and underneath my foot. So, but she said it's definitely not where the plantar fasciitis is. I don't know specifically what that ligament is called, or tendon, or whatever it is. But overall, there's been ups and downs. So yes, I had the pain. It's so much better. So you see where I'm going with this. But she did tell me stay off my foot as much as possible. So the puppies and I haven't been for any walks. I did go Monday morning, which was a mistake. But I haven't done any walks since Monday morning. And I feel terrible about it. The puppies need their walk, but she's like, you've got to stay off your foot. And with that note, I am planning on going to the zoo today, and I'm like, that's probably not the best idea, but I'm probably going to go ahead and go. I found out, this is a segue, I'm leading into another story here. I found out the zoo in Nashville does a couple of different, what they call backstage passes. One, you go see I think they call the giant animals, and the other one is some of the smaller animals. So I will hopefully get the opportunity to feed a giraffe, and I am super excited. That is on my bucket list. I love giraffes. I want to feed the giraffe, so I'm hoping that works out. You do have to pay park admission to the zoo. Then I want to say that's like $14 or $16. Then the backstage pass is $40, which I'm going, ooh, do I really want to do this? And then the parking is $5, and they charge another $2.50 for processing. So it was going to be like $63.50, and I'm like, do I really want to do this? I'm like, I could put that towards some skincare or towards some other fashion item, but you know what, I also want to have experiences too, besides just bringing stuff home, even though it's stuff that I really like. I do want to have experiences, but I'm like, ugh, $63. I want to do this? I'm like, I get to feed a giraffe. Yes, I want to do this. So that is my plan today. Hopefully my foot will hold up. I'm hopeful. This is really, if I don't go today or Sunday, it's going to be a couple weeks before I have the opportunity to go again. So and I don't know what the weather's like. We're going to have good weather. The remnants of tropical storm Cindy have moved out. The weather's supposed to be a really nice day. It's not supposed to be too hot. I don't mind the heat, but it's supposed to be, I think, in the low 80s today. So I really want to do that. And if all that works out and I do go, I do plan on vlogging that. So look for a vlog that's going to be coming up. Let's see what else. eBay sales. I've had one sale Sunday, I think it was, and then another sale. This one just frustrated me no end. I have a Coach ring. I have some different, just small like rings, different types of jewelry like that, mostly just rings, for sale on eBay. And this particular ring did not have the size on it, but I wear, just FYI, roughly a size 6 on my ring finger. That's what fits the best. I think it's a little bit smaller than a 6, but generally you see stuff like 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. They're just in those whole sizes. So fairly confident the ring is a size 6. I've had it for years. I don't wear it, and it's just like a white metal. Well, it's metal with white enamel or something on it with the Coach C's all over it. So it's a cute ring, but I just don't wear it anymore. And so I did list that I believe it is a size 6 twice. On there, I always almost list all my sizes twice on the eBay listings. And I said something to the effect of, the ring, it doesn't have a size on it, but I wear a size 6 on my ring finger. That is the one that fits me. And so I believe it's a size 6. So I listed that like in 2 places twice on there. And so this person made me a really low offer. I countered, and it was like a day or so later, the person accepted the offer. And then within just a little bit, they were like, oh, I need an 8, not a 6. Cancel it. I'm like, I don't cancel. So I just ignored them. And it should, and I know some people are, definitely go ahead and cancel. Some other people are like, no, don't do it. I'm kind of got mixed feelings about it. The reason why I don't like to do it is because I am as honest as I can be in my listings. Sometimes you miss stuff. You can miss something microscopic that you can't see. Like one time I had a top, I listed it, and then there was something on it and I didn't even know it, but luckily I was able to get that off of it. But when I originally listed it, I never even saw it, and when I was packing it up, I saw that there was an issue, but I was able to take care of that, get it cleaned, and then go ahead and send it on. But, so, I mean, it is possible that you do miss stuff in the listings, but be honest. And the fact was, I was honest in this listing, and the person just didn't pay attention. And I'm like, that's not my fault. So, I mean, I'm on the fence about it, but I just decided to let the unpaid assistant turn on and let them deal with it. And I think it's supposed to be relisted today. So, yeah, just one sale for eBay. I do, I still want there to be more. I still got a few more items to list. I keep going back through closet, clear out, keep doing more and pulling stuff out. And doing another little transition right here. The closet video that I wanted to do, I'm going to try to film that today, where I have, again, I'm not going to be able to film my closet. I just don't have the ability in the room to be able to set it up where it's viewable easily. And I would have to do a lot of rearranging, and I just can't be bothered, honestly. And so, I mean, I do have some clothing racks. I could pull them out in here, but I can't be bothered because it would take a lot of work to get them out from where they are. But without further ado, what I have done is gone through and pulled several different pieces, different skirts, different tops, some sweaters, some cardigans, and I'm going to show you that I can wear one piece with several different tops or several different bottoms, something like that. Again, I can't pull everything out because the video would just take hours and hours, but I wanted to give you an idea of where my goal is to go in my wardrobe. I still want my wardrobe to be fun. I was discussing that with a friend of mine. He's like, you still need to have fun with it. And I'm like, yes, that you're true. That is right. And so I pulled out some fun pieces, some plain pieces, but I want my wardrobe to be able to say wear one top with several different skirts, wear one skirt with several different tops. That way it is versatile and I can actually narrow down the size of my wardrobe and sell more stuff. I know I'm never going to be a minimalist. I don't want to be. I admire people who are, but that is just not who I am. But I did realize over the course of the past couple of years that I have way too much stuff in my wardrobe, and I also have come to love selling stuff. And I feel like when I sell stuff, I can bring stuff newer into my wardrobe because there's space for it. And so I like the idea of constantly updating it. Not buying a whole new wardrobe every season, but buying new pieces, wearing those for that season. And I do want good quality pieces that last me a long time. And when I find those, I know I'm going to be keeping them. But also I want to go along the lines of, if I bring a new top in, I think I need to sell a top. That's where I want to go with this. I hope all this is making sense. I feel like it can be a little bit of a paradox in a way. It's like you're saying that you want to bring quality items in your wardrobe and keep them for years and years and years, and that is true. I do that, but I also don't want to become overwhelming and that I only wear an item once a year and it just takes up space, or I might pull an item out and I'm like, I haven't worn that in 2 or 3 years. That's when I'm saying it needs to go. Even if it is good quality, if I'm not wearing it, it needs to go. So I hope that kind of explains where I'm going. So I'm planning on filming that video today, but again, it's just going to be like a really pared down of what's in my wardrobe, not everything, just because I just can't bring everything out. With all that being said, that was what I was trying to get out. So let's see, what else? Anything else? I've got the puppies. They just fell asleep. Let's see if I can go ahead and, of course I can wake them up. I don't know if they'll mind too much. So who do we have here? We have Chanel right here. There she is. I think I always seem to show you them when they're sleepy. What happens is I put them in my lap and they'll just go, whoop. They've been up for several hours and they do like their morning naps. Let's see, anything with the puppies. I am planning on, I got this coupon in the mail for a free doggy daycare one day, and they are not very socialized. The people that they met when they were really little, they like those people, but everybody else they just bark at constantly. They bark at other animals constantly, and I feel like sometimes they're just saying hi, and then other times I'm like, they don't like those people. Now, they don't bite per se, and I'm saying that with a little bit of a caveat because Chanel loves to lick me in the face. That's where she shows her affection. She just wants to lick me in the face. She has started biting me a little bit, but it's not like she's being mean about it or anything. Like, she's just licking me, but she's opening her mouth and then closing her mouth, and she's bitten me on the lip a few times. So I don't particularly care about that so much. It's like, I don't like that. I mean, care, you know what I'm saying. I don't care for her to do that. Did I say that right? Anyway, so she started doing that, and then Coco just loves to lick people on the hands. She really doesn't go for your face so much, but she wants to lick the hands, and I'm like, stop licking you. See, there she goes right now, just licking my hands. I was like, stop doing that. She's sleepy too. Anyway, I want to take them to the doggy daycare. It's only good through the end of June, so I've got to do it either, I'm thinking Monday, maybe Monday, and maybe only leaving them there a couple hours because I don't want them to be miserable, and then the people that are watching them, I'm like, I don't want them to be miserable either. But I feel like that would get them somewhat more socialized and, you know, help them out a little bit with their social behavior. And I do want them to be friendly dogs and not mean. But they just bark, and then just bark a lot, and it sometimes just gets very annoying, especially when we're in the park. I did tell you the muzzles didn't work out at all. They hated them and refused. Chanel just refused to walk, so those went back to the store. Let's see what else. I think that's pretty much it for this video, and I'm looking at my clock and it's counting down. It's just about ready to cut me off, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye-bye, guys.